Welcome back to another Premier League predictions video. This is for week 32 of the Premier League, and this is a weird week because there are games every day for like a whole week. So there's a couple of games on Saturday, a couple of games on Sunday, up until Friday, or Thursday, depending on where you live. First game up is Everton and Tottenham. Normally I would say this is a massive game, which it is, but I don't have high expectations because both sides are massively out of form. Everton have won just once in their last three, and Tottenham have won none in their last three. Tottenham did lose last week to Manchester United 3-1 as well, so that'll damage their confidence. And Everton drew away to Crystal Palace, so that wasn't a great result. This will be a close game. Either side could win it. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Next game up is Newcastle and West Ham. This will be a 3-1 win to West Ham. Newcastle did get an impressive away win against Burnley last week, scoring 2 goals, but against this West Ham side who is unrelenting, I can't see them getting anything out of this game. Next game up is Wolves and Sheffield. This will be a 2-0 win to Wolves. Next game up is Arsenal and Fulham. With Fulham, I had high hopes that they'd be able to stay up, but my optimism is completely gone because not only have they lost the last 2 games, but it's the manner in which they lost it. Because a couple of weeks ago, they lost 3-1 to Aston Villa, and I think I mentioned this in my other video that they were actually leading in that game, and they should have gone on to win it, but they ended up conceding 3 goals in a very short period of time, which was extremely damaging. And then the following week, which was last week, they'll go and concede a last-minute winner to Wolves, which was absolutely shocking and devastating. That never should have happened. They really should have won that game, but they didn't. And it looks like they're done in the Premier League. There are still games to play, but they're playing an Arsenal side that is very inconsistent, but on their day, they can really put them away. And I think this will be a 3-0 win to Arsenal. Next game up is Man United and Burnley. This will be a 2-0 win to Man United. I can't see Burnley getting anything out of this game. They did lose last week to Newcastle as well, 2-1, which they should have won. And yeah, and again, they'll have another poor day at Old Trafford. Next game up is Leeds and Liverpool. This will be a tough game for both sides. I do think that either side could win this game. I'm not sure how Leeds won against Man City last week at the Etihad because they went down to 10 men and they were playing with 10 men for a whole half. So for 45 minutes, they were playing with 10 men. Let that sink in. And they still managed to grab a last-minute winner. I'm not sure how it happened, and I think I never will. And with Liverpool, they're in decent form. They've won the last 2 games, and I think they played okay as well. Obviously, that 3-0 win against Arsenal, which was a huge boost in confidence for them, and now it looks like they're starting to get in a roll at the right time towards the end of the season. But obviously, they're playing a lead side that's in form as well. They won the last 2 games, so they're not going to be a team that's going to be easy to play against. This will be a tough game. Either side could win it. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. Next game up is Chelsea and Brighton. This will be a 3-0 win to Chelsea. Brighton absolutely need to win this game, but I don't see them doing it. Next game up is Tottenham and Southampton. For some reason, Tottenham are playing 2 games this week. Don't ask me why. But they're playing a very out of form Southampton side, which they have been scoring goals recently, but I don't really see them getting anything out of this game other than a point because they're so inconsistent. You don't really know which Southampton side is going to show up. They did beat Burnley a couple of weeks ago, but it looks like Burnley is out of form again, so you can't really read too much into that. However, I think this will be a close game, and I do think either side could win it. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Next game up is Aston Villa and Man City. After what happened with Man City last week, I'm not really too sure where I sit with them. It looked like they were really going to run away with the title and really grab a large amount of points. Excuse me, a large amount of points at the end of the season, but they seem to be faltering. I'm not sure if Leeds sitting back really, you know, disgruntled the team or whatever, but Man City really should have put away Leeds last week, especially because they were playing against 10 men for 45 minutes, a whole half, so there's really no excuses. But with Aston Villa, they were playing a reinvigorated Liverpool side, so you can kind of excuse them for losing that game. And they've had a very good season, so you can't really knock them for that. I think this will be a tough game. Either side could win it. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. And the last game of the week is Leicester and West Brom. For some reason, no, there is a reason for it. Obviously, Leicester have had a lot of injuries, so they're really struggling to see out the season, as they did last season as well. And West Brom are massively in form. They've won the last two games, and contrasting to Leicester, who have lost their last two. I think West Brom win this game 3-1. Right now, they are the most informed team in the Premier League. Now, they've only won their last two, but the way they're playing and the amount of goals they're scoring is nothing to scoff at. And I do think they could probably stay up this season as well. If they keep up this kind of form, I don't see why not. And that's about it.